Hello, good afternoon. Saturday the 9th of May, 4 p.m. movement snack is about to happen in about 3.5 minutes, maybe 4. If this is the date stamp you're after, please stay. If it's not the one you're looking for, you can scroll back through the other dates or previous dates from today. Of course, we're in the live now, so the preamble will last about 3.5-4 minutes. But if you're watching this after, you have the option to scroll through that and get straight to the movement snack. But for now, I have the honour and responsibility to welcome all of our movement snackers coming in live. Joining us on here, we have Italy, Northumberland. Carol's in, can't remember. Oh, give me a location, Carol. It's time again, come on in. It goes so quick, doesn't it? It's not Saturday, it's Blur Day. All days are Blur days. Dave and Kelsey and I were chatting today about the plan for next week's movement snack rota. And the phrase blur days came up because all days are blurred into one. Glasgow. Hello, Carol from Glasgow. Glasgow's in. Glorious day here in Havant. Any weather reports? Just glorious sunny here in Havant. I know it's sunny for you, Trevor, because you've already said. What's it like in Glasgow? What's it like in Amble, Bob? Am I going to struggle to lure you in from the sun? Plenty of room. Who wants to sway? Some coordination, stretch. Hello, Jane. Edinburgh has arrived. Arrived. Who's ready for a stretch? I'm guessing there's been quite a lot of bending, reaching, lifting activity. Or maybe it's been a more rest and recovery day. Rest and recovery is important also. As important, actually, as moving. We need the recovery bits. Maddie is telling us that it's still lovely in Dagenham. Trevor's going cloudy. Cooey, Carol from Hove. Sunny and cool in Calgary, because you're in the morning, dear, aren't you? 9 a.m. in the morning in Calgary. Cloudy in Glasgow, sunny in Edinburgh. Good afternoon from Cambridge. And Odile, really enjoyed reading your message today. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's great for us to read how these snacks are impacting much wider than our connections here live. So thank you so much. Great to read. And well done you for connecting your brother to this mission we're on. Fran's all caught up and ready to go for the next snack. So is Sandra. Hello, Chris. Wales is in. Bolton wants a stretch. Because you've been in the garden, you might want a bit. I might crowbar in a bit of back extensions if you've all been in the garden. Hopefully you've been crowbarring them in anyway. I think we're there on a 3, 2, 1. Diana just slipped in, just slid across the line. Slid across the line, Diana. It's never too late. And Greece. You know what I'm like with my teeth at 4 p.m. Hello, David. Hello. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. My name is Bex Townley from Later Life Training, and I'm one of 3 movement mission snackers. Myself, Kelsey, and Dave will all be with you in the coming weeks to continue this mission. So you're going to see a little bit of all of us. We're on the 3rd movement snack today, the 3rd set of 10 minutes, accumulating minutes over time. For those of you that have downloaded the calendar, key underpinning movements are in this calendar, of which there are three of the main stretches in there for you. But of course, in these movement snacks, we crowbarring extra stuff. Come on. Stand or sit, please choose. Have a look at the movement first and then decide whether you want to do that in a standing or a seated posture. Let's start with the circulation boost, whether you're in sit or stand. Start this steady rhythmical weight transfer across the feet. And then once we've got that rhythm going, once you're comfortable, once you've got your external support, if that's going to support you, then we can go through the posture points. Lift and open. Focus on the ankles, feet and toes. Bring in one arm, bring in the other arm, bring in both arms when you're ready. Of course, if you face the table in this direction, then it's much easier to switch arms as and when. Just keep going on that rhythmical weight transfer for you. Here's seated if you haven't already. Lift and shift forward, forward, forward. This frees up much more movement in the legs. It allows the posture to do the work and not the chair. We can start from top down or bottom up. Pick yours, bring them both together when you feel comfortable. Keep the movements considered, tuck the elbows in, lift and lengthen out of the posture here. And this march, this leg action is really driven by ankles, feet and toes. If you still feel you're a little bit flat-footed, just work over time, work on these circulation boosts, have a look to really try to get the ankles and feet more involved. You might want to bring the hands together, that might help with coordination. And on this arm march, it's definitely from the shoulder and it's bringing in the whole of the trunk is part of this. This is the support structure for the moving parts around it. Take a pause. After the circulation boost, you should just feel the need to perhaps take a deeper breath or a couple of deeper breaths. It's either to calm us down from what you've been doing or to boost the circulation if you feel you've been sat in these past hours leading up to this snack. All right, let's come into our minute or so of sway. So we're going to look at weight transfer, some coordinated arm moves, plus some head moves. All of these three movement elements feature in daily life. That's why we're doing them. Hopefully in this scenario, you can feel and listen to your body and enjoy. Let's start with the arm actions first. So sit or stand lifted. The actions, just pick them up when you see them. Here's the first layer. One hand moves in this direction. Take up support if you feel that's going to give you a bit more confidence. And stop. Change hands if you want to use support. Obviously face this way, but I'm going to stay here. Let's try the hand in the other direction, so we're here. Essentially, each of the arms are doing this circular movement, exactly the same as seated. There's one way and there's the other. So once you've mastered each arm, being able to perform that, then we're going to bring them together. There's a couple of ways you can do this. If you just put the fingertips lightly on the corners of the trunk, you can start to move the hands around the corners. Can you see what's happening here? And then as I bring them together, we start to get this. Now, as I'm looking at you, I'm looking at myself because I'm watching my camera. I'm getting lots of feedback because I can see what's happening. Now, you might want to go away and practice this in a mirror, or you might want to have a glance down to see what's happening. So we have each arm moving in each direction. If you've mastered that, can you reverse it and go the other way? And if the answer's no, you stop. When anything goes wrong, the first thing to do is stop, have a pause, and set it up again. So that's the arm actions. Then we want to layer in some other moving elements of that so that we can replicate the requirements of life, give the brain something more to think about, and learn about how we balance and how we move. So take the feet slightly like this, so slight step forward. Keep using support if it's best for you. Same in sit, foot option is here, or if you prefer, You're just sitting tall, lengthening, anchoring from the buttocks. The trunk movement in seated, if your feet are side by side, it's just a shift from side to side, from left to right. If you have the option to take your feet slightly forward, you can change that sway to a hinge forwards and back. Really feel which one is best for you. So it's a sideways shift across the buttocks, or it's a forward and back shift. In stand, same rules apply really. It's a forward and back shift, and this is slow, slow and small, slow and small. These are relatively small movements, but they're slow and they're smooth and they're controlled. If in standing that forward back doesn't feel right for you, you might want to try a shift from left to right. Really doesn't matter, there's no rules, just the control is slow and comfortable for you. Then, whatever sway option you have, you can start to bring in the upper limb, the upper body. So we're trying to bring these elements together. This is how the body works in daily life. All things, lots of things happen at the same time. And then we can start to bring them together. If it goes wrong, and it will, you stop, have a pause, and start again. You just pick it up from the beginnings, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, and then work your way back through. There's another element to add in if you want to. I'm not going to add it in now. I'm going to move on to the big stretch. But there is the head turn option as well. And then this is why we call it three-dimensional movement. You have sway in different movement directions, body parts. But for now, let's have a stretch. Okay, sit tall, stand tall with me. Let's repeat a couple of the shoulder rolls from our morning routine. You did these with Kels this morning. Up, back and down, a couple of those, and then I'm going to ask you to give yourselves a big hug, open and close. Keep the arms fairly relaxed here, a couple of these, and then on the next one we're going to hold the chest stretch position, which is here, and we can sit the hands there, or we can just flip the back of the hands. That might help with shoulders. Ultimately, that's the position we're after. If you are really steady and confident in stand, there's no reason why you can't continue with that sway if you would like, provided balance isn't of concern or consideration for you. Hold that position for a few seconds, have a release and relax, and then go in again. It's the same in sit. The key point in sit is that we've hinged, we've tilted up and out, we've got as much length as we can here. In the chair position, you may, if I have a shift here, you may feel you want to creep the fingertips back, work them back, work them back. You might want to use the back of the chair to get some extra lift, if you would like. If the chest doesn't like the shoulder in that position, you can even leave your hands here and just take the chest position here. So the sternum lead, squeeze the shoulder blades together and relax. And in that chest stretch, by very nature of us lifting through the posture, you'll get an element of all that back extension that is really going to be welcomed if you've been bending over and leaning all day. All right, couple of mobility checks. Let's just see how the mobility is progressing. Can you get to the ear? Can you get to the top of the head? Can you get to the back of the head? And then hold the position there. If going that way round isn't comfortable for you, then we go this way round. We find another way to get in that position. This is the hold position. The head is straight and even. Keep supporting if you want to. We're trying to really improve the mobility around the shoulder. If you would like, you can go for a double whammy. You can go for a reach and squeeze up, 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 lift right out here, and then bring the arm down. Take a pause. Same on the other side. Bring up to here. Hold that position first. Then go into the reach. If shoulders aren't happy, in high arm positions, a couple of options that we can ease the positions up. lift out from here, or you may prefer to take a reach forwards. And we're just trying to find a way to really get some stretch down the side of the trunk here, all of which will help with upper body movements and activities. Ready for the back of thigh? Ready, ready. If lower limb isn't an option, go round all those upper body stretches again. If you're up for a back of thigh stretch, here it is. Straight leg. Can you see? Make sure that you're forward in the chair on this. So hip walk forward. Make sure your chair is secure, because we're going to stick the leg out there and we're going to hinge forward. So do be sure that your chair is firmly planted on the floor. Release the feet, unlock the knee, hinge. Straight back position, here, here. And can you see head and chest is lifted? Straight, straight, straight. Slow, slow, slow. Feel the stretch. When you have the sensation, that's the hold. That's the hold. That's when the magic happens. And then we'll slowly come out. And we're just looking to hold these. You can break them down into little sets of 5, 6, 7 seconds. Or you may feel that you can hold it a little bit longer, build that to 12, build that to 20, 30 seconds. Can you see that here I'm using my arms to support that position, and just have a double check that you're lifted and tilted. If you feel squashed and slumped, literally if you feel like you've slumped, that's really going to affect the effectiveness of the stretch. So tilt and lift, and then here. If you are steady and strong and solid as a rock in standing, and knees are good, you might prefer to take a stand option, which is here. All the same rules apply. It's the hinge, I'm supporting. I've got a little bit more room to play around with these positions here in stand, but only do that if you're good and steady, strong and happy in standing positions. Calf stretch, ready? Stand option first. Hold on for support. It might challenge your balance because our feet are in a split position. Toe first, and then squeeze the heel down, 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 down. As you feel the stretch come on, you'll know if you've gone too far or if you can go a little bit more. Can you see it's a straight leg position, bent at the front, and then I've got this extra, this bog off, this whammy, that double whammy stretch. Got another one here. Really important one for stride length, really important one for posture also. And if you want to, you crowbar in another up the side there, and you'll get a really effective lengthening type sensation across the side of the body. Same on the other leg of the calf stretch. Continue with that if that's your stand option. Seated options is straight leg. Nothing happens here other than lifted. Lasso the toe and squeeze it back towards you. Keep hold of that invisible bit of string, and you'll feel the stretch in the lower part of the leg here. Ease it back. And then again, a couple of those slowly in and out. Have a look at this. This is a really significant stretch that will contribute to stride length, to walking, to all of your standing activities. So really take some time on this calf stretch. Feel your way around it. I think that's it. Fully stretched. All stretched and ready to go. That's an extra 30 minutes of really significant movement minutes in your benefits bag. Can you imagine? I mean, you're already telling us how this stuff is feeling for you, but just exploring full ranges of motion, exploring the kind of flexibility potential that you have, it's going to impact on everything you do. I hope you feel it's a win-win. What's the day tomorrow? You'll see Kelsey for the breakfast snack tomorrow morning for 8 a.m. and I'll see you at the 12 and 4. So look forward to seeing you in the morning. Have a wonderful evening. Keep on moving. Keep on crowbarring, folks. Bye for now.